Welcome everyone, I'm John. This is the channel of Moon High Effect. Today we are doing trading lesson 15, recognizing support and resistance levels. This is very important to know where the market is, where the market is heading to, and how to recharge really also, so that you can find the perfect entry to start up a trade. So we're getting there. After the candles that we have been to now, let's take a look what recognizing support and resistance really means. Recognizing support and resistance. Recognizing support and resistance. First of all, we have to also recognize which trend it is. So this is an uptrend. You can recognize this by the higher highs and the higher lows. So I made a nice example so that you can look it up and you can see very easily what I mean by this. At the first part here, there is a higher high of the previous high that was here. So this one you cannot really say, but this is a higher high and this is a lower high. We see this is a lower high because it's higher than the previous high. Next one, it's also a higher high because it's higher than the previous high. See what you can see? And this is a higher low again because this one is a higher again than the previous low of the highs. Why is it a higher high? Because the trend is going up and then we call it a higher high. If the trend is going the other way, we call it a higher low. But that we see in a second. So this, you can try looking this up in TradingView. Try to find higher highs in your chart so that you can start recognizing these things, because the higher highs and the higher lows are very crucial points where we're gonna draw our trend lines. Where we're gonna draw our support lines, so that you know this could be a support, this is a support, this is gonna be a support. And why is that? Because this higher low is almost the same height as this higher high. So that you can see, if we left the market here, we could enter it here again. So if we left the market up this height, that meant that almost this point, if you draw a line from here to here, that it would be exactly the point where you can take a next entry if you know that the market is going up. This is a downward trend. You can recognize this by lower highs and lower lows. This is just something we called in trading. So this is a higher low because it was lower than the previous high. This is a lower low. This is a higher low again. See, there was almost the same as the lower low of the previous high. So here we got a lower low again. If you draw a line, that would be the same exact size, blah blah blah. This would be exactly the same height as the lower high from the next one. The lower low, you would draw again the line, and it would be almost exactly the same line again. So try to find and spot on TradingView some higher lows, some lower lows, some higher highs, some higher lows. So it's very important to see these things, because we will need all of the higher lows and the lower lows to be able to draw your resisting levels too. So when does support becomes a resistance? So these lines upwards, we're gonna draw them, and downwards we're gonna use them again, because we know that they will stop there, the market. So that's why we can make a lot of money in a downward trend too, because we know where the market has been and where it will stop again. So that's easy for us then to predict where the market will stop. And because all professional traders use this method, they will always stop there, the market. Sometimes it will go a bit through to the next level, but we will know that we have then 2 levels to go down. And the levels are the support and the resisting levels, really. I will show you on TradingView in the next lesson how to draw them onto TradingView, but maybe go ahead of this lesson before you watch the next one and try to do it yourself. I will go over the Bitcoin charts and then you can take a look then if you have almost the same ones as I do, and if you would, then you're very good and seeing the levels, so that's very important. Recognizing where the market is, so that's also very important. You always have in a market an impulsive move, so the impulsive move is the upward trend, and then we have a retracement to the previous higher low of higher high. No, higher low, so this was higher low. Then we have an impulsive move again and making a higher high. Then we have retracement again and making a higher low again. And if you look at this, the higher low is again exactly on the same price action as the previous higher high was. So we have again impulsive move upwards, and we have a retracement. We have an impulsive move upward, and we have a retracement. And we constantly have this action, price action, after every move. So retracement is important that you know where we are in the market. So if you are at this point in the market and you know we have an impulsive move, try not to jump in and try to set your orders pre-ahead at this retracement level so that you can enter the market here and make sure that you're with the impulsive move from the next one, so that you have this amount of gaining and that you can wait until the higher high, the next higher high is up. When you see the market is going down a bit, that means that we are in a retracement. We could also take a short here, but I would wait until you have this confirmation so that you can just jump in this market here and then move with this impulsive move upward. Do you come across this on a resisting the ceiling? That can the market change direction? So also we have the opposite side, so that means when you should have here your support. When the market is going up, you draw a support line and the market ended here. So at this point the market did not go through the support, it goes downwards again. So it hits it used to be a support, now the support has been broken through here, because if you draw a trend line, I'm gonna have an example. If you drew a trend line here, a support line, and once your impulsive move breaks through your support line, the support becomes a resisting line. So why is a resisting line then when it goes down? It is a resisting line when this point was here, the same height. It went down and it hit your resisting line again, and then it made the retracement again to the support that it was. It will break through your support again here. It did not hit it, so it went down again. So this is an impulsive move downwards, and we are trying to make the entries here or up here. So if you go up this part, it's better to make sure that you have an entry on the top sides so that you can short the market down, move back up with it, short the market back down. So I know it's a bit not so nicely explained, but we will see this on the trading view, and it's maybe easier when you see it straight away on the chart to explain it. And if you understand it already, good done. Thank you for nicely listening to it. But we will definitely see this again on trading view. I will do this step by step, so I will show you where the impulsive move is and the retracement is constantly. But we will need this to be drawing a support line. So let me go over this first. Support and resistance levels draw. We only do this on a day or a week chart. So we start with drawing our support and resisting levels only on a high time frame. So we start with a week and we put resisting levels up or support levels up. Once we have done that, we can go to the day chart and take these levels and adjust them a bit more exactly on the right spot, so that they are more accurate and more exactly in line where they should be. And afterwards you can place even finer on a 4-hour chart after you have drawn your levels on the day chart. So after a week chart we go to the day chart, after a day chart you can go to a 4-hour chart. Do never go under a 4-hour chart to draw support or resisting level, because it's not accurate. That means it is not correct enough. because the market does not only exist out of an hour. So it exists out of much more than an hour. So it will stop at a certain point and it will go through it and you will not have seen it. So make sure you will never go under a 4 hour to draw support, a resisting line, and also a trend line. But that's normally for the next lesson. So remember, I'm going to show you now on the side here on the drawing what we have done. So this was a higher high from the previous high. So the previous higher high, they draw trend line, no, they draw support line, and you can see the retracement action came back to the previous higher high support line level, and then the impulsive move went back up, went through the support level of the previous higher high. It made a new higher high, so this is then the new support. This becomes then the resistance normally, and we make an entry at the resisting level then here to go through the next one. We can take it from here to here or even higher, and then we make sure that the next impulsive move, when it goes up, we leave the market because we can read then the candles a bit. And once we can read the candles, we know if we have this after each other that the candles say the market is changing direction. So we can then put up a new support level, and we can put an entry again at the previous higher high where we draw our previous support level that then becomes a resisting level. So this was, let me explain again. So the support level was here. We broke through our support level. That means that there becomes a new support. There becomes a new ceiling, and the ceiling becomes the floor then, and that floor is the resisting level again once we have broken through it and we have made a retracement to it. So the next one again, we break through our support level because we made a new higher high, and we make our entry again on the resisting level that then becomes the support, that then becomes the resisting level, and then we have a new impulsive move. I hope you guys get this a bit better by listening to this part. Now on the downside, so once we make higher lows and lower lows, we got the opposite, the downtrend market, and we have the opposite. So resistant levels drawings. We only do this on day and week charges, but normally this will already be on the map because we already start with an uptrend and then we start with a downtrend. So we can just make sure that you have the same ones from the uptrend, make them long enough so that they will come normally exactly at the same points where the resisting level should be on the downside. So normally you only have to draw this once. You can place even finer on the 4 hour chart after you have drawn your levels on the day chart. So that means first week chart, then day chart, then go to the 4 hour chart so that we can then adjust them and put them more accurate so that they are more on top of the points of the wicks or where you like to put them really, so that you have a nice entry. At the beginning, put them a bit closer to each other. They will be a bit less accurate, but it's better for yourself so that you're sure that you're in a trade. Never look up a trend. So never put a trend or a resisting level or a support level above a 4 hour chart. I put this in again because this is very important. If you have to go to a 2 hour chart or a 1 hour chart, please do not draw support and resisting levels or trend lines. They are not accurate. They will not be right. So the market can change very differently on a lower time frame. So people that want to do scalp trading, you want to use that, but please be careful because it's not so accurate and you can definitely then get thrown out of the market or be stuck in the market because the market went the opposite way of you. So now let me explain it from here. So this used to be a resisting level. So when the market did an impulsive move and broke through your resisting level, your previous resisting level becomes your resisting level, and this level becomes your support again. So where you can put an entry is on the support level when it does a retest, we call this. You put an entry here and you make a short one you do a short till your next resisting level. Then you can choose if you take this as a resisting level to short and stop with it, or take the entry to the next one already. So it just made a low swing. The spike here of the the pin bar that he made here. Make sure normally that this trend line, if you put it, if you put the support and that became the resistance, that became a support, and you put it longer, this almost touched it, so this meant it was sealed off again, so the retracement of this one, and then it just make an impulsive move again. It did the retracement, it does an impulsive move again downwards. So that's how a market normally reacts. So it does not go straight down in one line, it never does that. So you always have time to react and to make sure that we have tradings into it and where to put an entry perfectly. But I'll show you guys on TradingView how to draw your resisting and your support levels. I would suggest that you would do this already before you watch the next movie, and then we can compare. If you have almost the same ones as I do, congratulations, you can see your resisting and your support levels perfectly. In the beginning I'm sure you will draw more than I do, but that's normal. I have done the same. By trying and exercising this every day, you will be able to get better at this. Thank you for your attention. Much love for everyone. Smile and be thankful. Love each other. See you guys in the next lesson, and please share my channel with conscious people that really want to learn this skill about trading, seeing more what the market does, less being less predicted by other people, and be more that wants to take more responsibility for themselves. Please share my channel, that would be very nice of you guys. Put a thumbs up, ring the bell, and see you guys in the next one. Ciao.